There should be factual, accurate information and not this kind of opinion that's meant to incite hatred.
UBC rejects an event request featuring an alt-right speaker who claims mass graves and atrocities at residential schools are lies. It comes after public pressure on the university, but some say the thought of the event has already caused damage to community members. The Indian Residential School History and Dialogue Center says it's been contacted by students, staff, and survivors.
They're very traumatized about the fact that this could go ahead and be associated with UBC. Just the fact that this material exists and would come into an environment where it would be given a platform, it does affect the sense of cultural safety for Indigenous students, most of whom are intergenerational survivors.
The event is scheduled for next week, hosted by UBC Students for Freedom of Expression, and features Lauren Southern, who is behind the film The Canadian Mass Graves Hoax. It was initially booked for a classroom. UBC says, to be clear, this is not an event sponsored by anyone at the university, and the host is an external group not endorsed by UBC. A statement says, although the university does and will continue to support academic freedom, we have determined that this event should not proceed. We believe proceeding with this event would adversely affect campus and community safety. In May, the remains of 215 children were documented at the site of the former Kamloops Indian Residential School. Hundreds more were discovered across the country, and the horrors are well known and documented in lawsuits and processes like the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. In a lengthy Facebook post, the group behind the event, in part writing, "This cancellation exemplifies a trend toward fear of dissent and sets a sour precedent for those who wish to hear and contest viewpoints with which they disagree on campus." But there's no debating for some who say it's an attack on Indigenous peoples. A link to the live stream was still available Friday night.
Social media platforms and other places that host this information need to also take appropriate stands. And I think at the center, we'll be reporting that and ensuring, to the extent that we can, ask for the social media companies to be citizens that do not allow hate speech to be part of their platforms.
In Vancouver, Crystal Laderas, City News.